Hello, it's Ian Young again, back with another movement video. So today we're going to be working particularly around a stuck shoulder blade if you're having trouble with your shoulder and wanting to move very well, and at the same time we'd also be working on this big broad set of muscles, the lats. They're often called latissimus dorsi. It just means latissimus just means wide and dorsi means back, so the wide muscle at the back of you. And so if you have stiffness in your back, in rotating, in reaching your arm, then that's what we're going to be working on today. So this is a movement done lying on your side, and you'll need something, when you're using a head block, you might just have a cushion or something like that. So you're going to come onto one of your sides, and you're going to have your knees sort of bent, but kind of relaxed. The feet can be relaxed down. We're not bringing the knees right up to 90 degrees for this one. And then we're going to be using both of our arms, which is why we need some support for the head. So if you put both of the hands and arms in this position right in front of the face to begin with, and then you bend the underneath one to support the upper arm, or sort of around the elbow somewhere. So we're particularly working in this upper diagonal. So as we're going to first of all reach the arm away, and we're going to encourage with the underneath arm. So I'm kind of stretching my arm away, and I'm kind of trying to encourage with this underneath arm to see how far away it will go. And this is, I guess that's what you'd call a traditional stretch, really. Just keep stretching and stretching and stretching and hope it stretches. But as we know with somatic movement, often it just hits the stretch reflex and pings back. So what we're going to do first is we're going to bring the shoulder blade down the back of the body towards the pelvis, towards the spine, and we're going to create a contraction around that set of muscles around the shoulder blade, and then again breathe out to reach out, reach away, and you'll probably feel straight away that you can reach this arm further because we've contracted first and then we've reached away. So breathe in to bring the arm in and back towards you. It's not a big movement, so I see a lot of people making such huge movements. They're kind of bringing their arm almost sort of all the way down here when they're doing this. It's really just keep the arm up here. It's just like you can see my hand goes away a bit on as I reach forward. Breathe out, breathe in to bring it back, and see if you can really feel your shoulder blade, and see if you can feel it tracking down the back of the body, keeping the arm in this upper diagonal position. And then in order to make this a full-bodied movement, the next time I breathe out and I reach forward, I'm going to kick forward my legs straight so that I become really rounded in the back of my body. Everything's formed into like a C shape, or boomerang, which is the name we give this. And then we tuck the feet under, retract the shoulder blade down the back of the body, breathe out, around the back. This movement invented by Laura Gates, someone who has scoliosis in her body. It's very useful if you do have a one-sidedness, a slight curvature in your spine. This can be really helpful for it as well. So notice as you're breathing in that you're doing what we often do when we breathe in somatic movement. You're arching the lower back, so creating more of a contraction in the back. As you breathe out, you're rounding, you're kicking the feet forward, really rounding them. It really feels like I can feel my shoulder blade gliding round to push the arm forward. Remember, your shoulder blade looks a little bit like the map of Africa, swings round to push the arm forward. And then I'm just going to leave that one and just notice how the shoulder blade feels, how the shoulder feels. Feeling like that's really got some more movement. It feels like these muscles started to let go, and it feels softer and more mobile around my shoulder joint. So I hope you found that one useful. You'll want to roll over onto the other side and try it on your other side as well.